What is up, and welcome to another calendar episode. I'm setting up the live stream now. Got the live stream going again. This is a calendar episode. Welcome. We will be talking about things happening this weekend. This is technically a Valentine's the 13th edition, though there are only a few more minutes of Friday the 13th. It didn't much feel like it. I didn't even realize until work started, and we are going to be skipping Friday because unless you're a time traveler, you're not going to be able to do anything happening on Friday because, like I said, there's only about half an hour left of Friday the 13th. I will play something from my Friday the 13th album collection. We are listening to the Dead Kennedys right now with Police Truck. And of course, we'll be talking about things happening going on this weekend. We're looking at some calendar stuff. Yeah, it was Friday the 13th. That was actually superstitious enough to keep me from driving. I was supposed to go to our Lake City office, and especially heading north. And then, so I was like, I'm not driving. So I was going to pick something up that I need for a training that I'm going to do. That's the biggest, like, what happened today is I did not get everything I wanted to get done today at all. I did not get everything I wanted to get done today. I did not get anything I wanted to get done today. I got things done today, just not the things I was planning to do. And now, even though I have a 3-day weekend, I'm going to have to work because I'm going to have to figure out some point to finish this slide deck. I know I'm old. I say PowerPoint, but slide deck. And then, give me 1 second. I knew I hadn't grabbed every record I wanted. Okay. Technically still Friday for me, though if you're watching this probably on YouTube or Facebook, then it is no longer Friday for you. Nonetheless, I'm playing Friday I'm in Love. Usually I play this interpolated in that remix of Rebecca Black's Friday, which is having a moment because it's like, yeah, I keep seeing clips of like that behind the meme thing. The Cure off of Acoustic Hits. but no, so I decided, yeah, no, I decided not to drive, but I was still going to take transit to get to our office. And then as other things piled on my day, that just became less realistic. And I thought I was going to get one thing done, and I thought, okay, well, then I won't focus on that. But then I got really neither of those things done. So, like I said, I'm either going to show up unprepared for this training on Tuesday, or I'm going to have to work at some point this weekend. That's fine. Um, Definitely glad I used PTO to go to the Seahawks parade. Go Hawks! Well, we don't have to go Hawks anymore. They went. They went all the way to the Super Bowl and won. And here I am talking about the Seahawks every episode like like I'm not the fairest weather fan ever. Um, but no, it turns out I was on television. King 5 in particular, they love me. I don't, not to be like that. I'm not saying in a braggy way, though. I have apparently, apparently, this is not my first time on television. I have been on the news a lot throughout my entire life. I don't know why. Starting when I was walking home from, actually, I was coming out of a video game store, and they were just set up on a street corner, asking people how they felt about the penny going away. Which this was in, okay, I was in middle school, so this would have been the late 80s, prompting in me a 40-year panic that finally Donald Trump culminated in making the penny go away. But I was very adamant that I did not want pennies to go away. I've had 40 years to adjust to the idea, so I don't really care anymore. But no, Seattle Times, Capitol Hill Times. I've actually even asked, out of all these people, what made you approach me? I don't know what makes journalists find me approachable, because in general, I give off a very don't approach me vibe, and that's not by accident. That is cultivated. But I think journalists see through it. I think journalists, just like, you know how like there's that like meme now that parents teaching their children, if you if you ever need help, look for an old lady or a goth or a punk, because they will help you. Those are the decent people. The other meme, the concurrent meme. Hippies are horrible people cosplaying as decent people, and punks are, decent people, or metalheads are decent people cosplaying as horrible people, which to a certain extent has tracked in my lifetime. Yeah, I would say the people, and I would most of them in Santa Fe in the 90s, who were still identifying, I can't speak for the 21st century, but who were still identifying as hippies, like, full on, I am a hippie, in the 90s, liked the aesthetics, liked the pot, maybe had some vague, like, natural, crunchy granola, but they weren't there for the values. They weren't there for the revolution. Uh, Mm, so this is we are going to get to the calendar. This is a music and I'm sorry, not news, music and protest calendar, though. Again, I'll warn you, there's not a lot protesty going on. Um, in injury/pet report, I am wondering if my neck thing is either the new thing of Karma hanging out on my neck, which would suck because she really enjoys that, um, as do random coworkers on my Zoom. Not me so much because she doesn't do it right. Like she doesn't like, those people who just strut around with their cats on their shoulders. Like I don't know, they train them. She just started doing it herself, and she does it all like crooked and like, so that tracks. Or is it old pillows? I just busted Ace and Ice. It's new to me. I've had it, but I hadn't been using it because I like to use things up until I literally can't anymore. Anyway, I busted out a new pillow. We'll see if that's making a difference. It feels like it might be, but yeah, I hope it's not the Karma thing. Um, oh, and not to like brag, but whatever I do end up working this weekend, I can flex it out. So, um, all right, this is Overlay of Evil, main title, and Death Curse, followed by Banjo Travelin' off of the Friday the 13th soundtrack. Death Curse. Camp Blood. I was once on Donahue, but that was in the audience. My mom was on Donahue, but I got to be on Donahue in my Anthrax t-shirt. And then my favorite was on my 35th birthday when they closed the Fun Forest. I never saw that one, but that one, yeah, that one got attention. Anyway, no, I don't think I finished the story. So, yeah, people at my job saw me on King 5. Of course, some of them, because this is even in a nonprofit where I think we're all like there for each other. Someone, rather than reach out to me and be like, hey, I saw you on TV, reached out to my boss. Thankfully, again, though, I took PTO. I did the right thing. I wasn't, though it might not have looked like it if you saw me on TV, because what happened was someone shouted, hey, there's the TV cameras. And then people started rushing towards them, and I moved in the opposite direction. Again, not because I was hiding anything, or was it like but literally just because I've been on I've been on the news enough times that I don't people who are excited about it can be I will let them do that. But if you watched it, it could have looked a little bit like me being like, "Ooh, don't film me. I should be at work," which was not true. My boss knew where I was, and anyway, and my boss always knows where I am. Like I don't. It's not even just because I do tend to things like protest. Oh. And King 5, like I said, I don't know if it's just a specific camera person or if they like have a board of like local Seattle people and they're like, if you see any of them, zoom in, because I feel like it's not just me. There are certain people who just end up over and over and over. And I didn't ask for it. I think especially as something like the Seahawks, obviously like my flamboyant green and blue hair might have that works. But the fact that I was on TV long enough for multiple people to spot me is I don't I think it's up. I think King 5 has it's up on like YouTube, but I don't have the energy to watch 5 hours of video just to find myself. Meanwhile, separately, some jackass who was live streaming, his friend was live streaming. And he kept doing this like weird, like, I don't know, like governor, like heel click, and was like, I don't know, just making a, like we'll get to jester maxing, but he was making some jester maxing behaviors. His friends live streaming, they're like, the way young boys do, which is fine. but they specifically like targeted me and like was like, and he said like made it clear he wanted his friend to. Oh my god.
What is it, Amos? About 20 miles?
About that.
Yeah, what? You're opening that place again?
Lots of luck.
Can I get a bus or something? Not likely. What about Liv? They'll be halfway.
No sweat, Judy. Okay, kid, let's move.
Name's Annie.
All right, Annie, let's go. Could you cap that, ain't you? God damn it, Ralph, get out of here. Go on, get. Leave people alone.
A death curse.
Again. Oh, shut up, Ralph. It's got a death curse.
I don't know. I thought this episode would go better than any other. I'm already having. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Give me 1 second. We'll get back to the. Well, I'm not even. I haven't gotten to the calendar yet. We'll get back to my rambling. Anyway, basically directing his friend to film me, which they did, and then said something like pinch and hold, like, I don't know, like they're taking still, I don't know, but like, yeah, I talked about like when I was at the not the parade, but the sorry, we're actually gonna try all of that, not all of that again, but.
Separately? That's right. And after lunch, Brenda, I want you to finish up the archery range, okay? Now, if Annie gets here, get her started in the kitchen. Do your best, all right?
So then they thought they ran off, but I just started following at like, but not running after them because they started speeding up, but just like moving like Robert Patrick, like the Terminator, just like getting faster and faster and making direct eye contact. Like, yeah, and they're still live streaming, but then at some point they dropped the camera, and then at some point they actually left the parade. Like, I'm literally just like I said, I'm like stiff, like I'm not running, I'm not. But my face is like perfectly still. I'm making perfect eye contact, and I am matching your pace. I am matching your energy. You think something's funny? Let's find out what's funny. I drove them off. Yeah, I drove them off, and I'm assuming again it was crowded enough that if they just came back to the parade like 10 seconds later, I wouldn't have noticed. But they experienced a consequence. They thought they could just be funny, making fun of someone in public on their live stream because it's not about what's happening in the real world. It's their live stream, and I don't know what they turned it into. I'm sure in their narrative, oh my God, mentally ill trans person chased after me, but good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just a little bit unstable. And if you're not sure about that, let's find out. Oh, I do not know who touched my back gate. And of course, the wise camera didn't pick up shit. But yeah, oof. But I guess the other funny part about it is that like always being targeted by the news is like I think I'm the journalist, but then they keep making me part of the story, and then I realize like, oh, I really am. Yeah. In the next door report, Ronald pointing out the Seattle Times, pointing out that Seattle Public Schools has acknowledged that missing school for the parade will be an unexcused absence. Ronald wants to compare apples and apples because missing school for a walkout or a protest is going to be an unexcused absence anyway, but the parade is about unity. I've seen children walking out, some of whom quite young. Good. Yeah. Oh, and then Ronald went on to accuse teachers of using students as their as a megaphone. Another example. So I said, can you list some examples? Like, how is this? And no, I said, just like I'm a teacher, just like I would ask children. I don't normally respond on Nextdoor, but this one, yeah, did it rage baited me a little bit. Okay. What? Give me examples. Give me concrete examples of how you have observed teachers using children as the megaphone, other than young people saying things you don't want to hear, and your general bias that teachers are indoctrinating students because that's what your media has told you. This is theme from Friday the 13th, Part 3 by Hot Ice. It is a 3D cover. It's like it didn't come with 3D glasses, but I've supplied my own. I like how the progression. I can play the Rocky 1 and Rocky 3 soundtrack, and I can play the Friday the 13th Part 1 and the Friday the 13th Part soundtrack, and I can show you the progression of like how funky the theme song went from like the original to like in both cases. Like I don't know, it's just this wild like. Anyway. No, but I also added, as a teacher and a parent, children are fully capable of thinking for themselves, and in my experience, they're not listening to the grown-ups anyway, as rightfully they probably shouldn't. So, but yeah, so many cynical assumptions and thinking that teachers could just get children to parrot whatever they want. I mean, like, maybe a mom could do that, but some headlines, and then I promise we will get to the calendar. Trump affirms prayer in school. Where is the Satanic Temple when you need them? New Yorkers put up the pride flag after Trump orders it down at Stonewall. Meanwhile, the Stonewall Foundation asking for money, and I'm like, oof, I don't know right now. You didn't stand up firmly, and I don't know what they're supposed to do. Well, the Stonewall Foundation is separate from the Stonewall, the national park. And I guess we're lucky Trump didn't just close it. Probably would if he could, but I guess it's not that easy. Probably going to find out much like when they removed those crosswalks in Texas. Rainbows are easy to produce, and people will produce them anywhere. The more restrictive you get about them, the more Um, the background was supposed to be red and pink, but it looks very orange. I don't know how it looks on your monitor. It looks very orange to me. But yeah, no. So the statement put out by like Stonewall that was like the official like, and we will continue to something programming and analysis. And something about analysis, I'm like, what's there to? Well, there's a lot to analyze, like how trans people of color started Pride, and then it was immediately co-opted by cisgender white men. I almost said straight cisgender white men, but not quite, but almost. I don't know how to say it. Oh, in other terrible news, the EPA, that they struck down a thing that'll just make it, I mean, the doomsday clock's already at 85 seconds to midnight. Like, this won't help. At this point, I'm just saying, I hope they're right. I hope the climate deniers, despite 97% of actual scientists with actual degrees disagreeing with them, they better be right at this point, because you know, it's about to get like cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Like, there's going to be, like, it will be too late. The last time a pandemic happened during Trump's presidency, it didn't happen until almost the very end. This time, and again, I don't think that's a coincidence. I mean, I'm sorry, I do think that's a coincidence. I don't think it's a lab leak. I don't think it's a biological warfare, and I don't think it's anything from either side, from China or the United States. Just in time, it is officially Saturday. Saturday in the park, thinking about the 4th of July. Oh, me when that never fits, and this is Jesus of Suburbia. By Green Day off of Bullet in a Bible. Ending immigration surge in Minnesota is great, but it will take that level of sustained protest everywhere to keep ICE out of everywhere. This is just a temporary pause while they regroup their strategy. Also, again, while they figure out if they didn't realize, if they weren't lying, if they really did drink their own flavor aid and believe millions and millions of illegals who are voting and taking the jobs and the houses and all that, if they really believe that, they are in the process of discovering there aren't, and their quotas are nonsense. Oh shit. It's gonna be one of those episodes, huh? There's a lost episode. There's a lost calendar episode. It's a good one too. It's a good one too. I'm posting it somewhere for just historical value, but it's. But yeah, no, Seattle, it's not sustained. Portland, there's still people at all hours of the day and night, but the live stream it's like down to like 3-4 people in costumes. Like, and a few dedicated activists is great. There will always be those, but sustained, we're not going to take this shit from the general public is what's needed. Like, all you casual protesters who do show up, and I don't mean that, that sounds like an insult. I don't mean that as an insult. All you casual protesters who show up from time to time, again, not all of you, but some kind of rotation of y'all need to show up more often. This is Dearly Beloved. This is the entire Jesus Suburbia. Katie Holmes pens loving tribute to James Vanderbeek. Vonto Roberto shares final photo together. And the GoFundMe has raised $2 million. I literally my little note up from $1 to $2 million, including a $25,000 donation from Steven Spielberg. It raised over $1 million in less than 24 hours. That. Yep. I will say, I've been seeing Green Day a few times. Billy Joe loves introducing bandmates. He loves shouting out the name of the cities in Seattle. Like, yeah. Oh, but no, in addition to raising $2 million, it's also raised questions and discussions around what it means to be a working actor. Why did he make almost no residuals from Dawson's Creek? He was the main character for years. Meanwhile, DNA from someone other than Nancy Guthrie found at her home. And the man who is accused of sending fake ransom requests has been released, and People magazine essentially doxes him, but I don't know if I... The first ever Eurovision Song Contest live tour has been postponed due to unforeseen circumstances. Pink News reports. Why is that gay news? Not everyone in Eurovision is gay. Not everyone who likes... Oh. I'm sorry, I'm just... I'm playing it. Okay, so that was the entire Jesus of Suburbia cycle by Green Day, Jesus of Suburbia, City of the Damned, I Don't Care, Dearly Beloved, and Tales of Another Broken Home is Holiday. Shout out to everyone who's getting Monday off. Amen. Alright, Super Bowl commercials I missed. The Guy Fieri where he like was in a character and shaved like I missed that one. I saw like the preview for that, but then and then the actual hymns, Cancer Guard. at the controversial, because even the company that makes the test is like, no, you need to see a doctor. I missed the actual ad, but that shit is being aggressively promoted post Super Bowl. I will say that. Boop. I saw that coming. Down, 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 down. Every single title on this is so appropriate if you hate Valentine's Day. Who needs love like that? Well, not reunion, but say what? Love is a loser. Oh, Lamore, yeah, no. Oh, my heart is so blue. This is definitely like a torch song trilogy type of thing going on. And am I playing anything off of it? I am playing something off of it, but not. I'm playing Reunion. Sire Records. Remember when record labels like made artists accept a standardized in other sports ball news, I guess the winter rings thing is going on still in Handbags, Italy. The Haitian team of some sort, I can't remember what sport now, had to remove Toussaint Louverture from their uniforms, leaving just a red horse, which is actually awesome. Stella Jean, Stella Jean, a Haitian Italian artist who designed their uniforms, said that the absence speaks louder. I'm sorry, Toussaint Louverture led the first successful slave revolution, enslaved person revolution ever against their captors, making Haiti the first free state in the Americas. After signing a treaty with France, he was actually captured and died in jail by Napoleon and died in jail. Because you think of Napoleon in Europe and fighting battles in, Waterloo, Russia, losing to Russia. Well, you probably don't think of him as a loser because even though he was, that's not how history remembered. Well, so he's remembered as a both and there. But Louisiana Purchase throughout the Caribbean. But yeah, no, in other Olympic news, Ukrainians were not allowed to some sport. It's not luge, but the other one, cool runnings. Not luge, but the other one, like the spider, whatever that one is called. Skeleton, whatever that one is called. They weren't allowed to compete because they had a representation of athletes who died defending Ukraine. The Olympics is grappling right now with like what it means to the team that took a knee. I believe Ukrainians. Is Winterlude followed by Tell It to Me by Bright Futures. Mom. Hi. Cat break. I'm sorry, I didn't explain. The rules are you can't have political statements on your uniforms, and so while people be like, that's outrageous, you can't represent dead Ukrainian soldiers, you can't, well, it's political, and and I get the rule, and Oh yeah, I got some tech news. I got some just general, and then we'll get to the calendar. I promise. Songs are getting shorter. Like popular songs are getting shorter because Spotify only requires 30 seconds to consider a stream, and bands are responding accordingly. I saw an explainer that compared this to how albums got longer when CDs came out. Like, music adapts to technology in really interesting ways that I ignore or don't think about. Like, but I'm not. It's not my. Already I'm planning like a 3 or 4 song RST video. It's been a minute since I've done the RST. This is off of Friday the 13th, part 7. I'm not even sure. I think I booped my cat on the head with a record. Sorry about that, baby. Prologue, main title, flashback, dad's death. Sounds good. Let's go with that. Always glad for a dad death. No, I'm kidding. What are we talking about? Well, depends on who's dad. Depends on who's dad. But yeah, songs are getting shorter. Carnival bans meta glasses from restrooms, youth areas, medical areas, and casinos, which meta glasses should just be banned in all places. Like they're creepy spy glasses. You're a creeper. If you post, if you follow other people's meta, you understand that their content was procured through meta. You're a creepy. Yeah, you support creepy spy shit. Speaking of creepy spy shit, Ring ends its partnership with Flock after Super Bowl ad uproar. But the ongoing debate. People love dogs, but you tried to use an emotional appeal that is inappropriate given what you do. Surveillance, data collection, all that. You're not going to attach emotional feels to that. Like that, so the attempt was misguided. They spent millions and millions of dollars on an ad that basically just reminded, again, Ring is owned by Amazon. We're watching you. We have all your data. We're collecting it, whether you're our customer or not. They spent millions of dollars reminding Americans of that. Why would that go wrong? But yeah, they thought they would wrap it up in like, oh, but we love dogs so much. It didn't work. Nancy Guthrie, Google, now under fire. Like, yeah, I guess you broke some shit in the case, but at what cost? The Wise report. My Wise camera. Well, someone opened the gate. Someone walked onto my property right past the camera, and I guess at that moment, it was facing the wrong way because it didn't capture that moment. They did a work update, including the camera tilts the wrong way. If you have no waypoint set, I have 4 waypoints set, and I keep setting it. So Don't tell me my camera is pointed at the ground at all times because I didn't have waypoints set. I had them set. It said something about pan accuracy, um, so something about lag, but it didn't address, well, my issue. I was like, you could fix this with firmware. Um, yeah, you can turn the light off remotely, but you can't turn it off permanently remotely. That could be an easy setting. You can't turn the pan off, it turns out. It seems. I don't know. Again, I'll have to ask Jerry, as the wise AI calls itself. No, it doesn't. But after calling me Jerry, and I was like, who's Jerry? It's like, Jerry's just a fun name I call myself. And I'm like, you're just making shit up. Yeah. I am for $60 I no longer recommend. Like there, I bet there's a better deal even from Wise. I bet a non-pan camera would suit my needs better now, because it turns out you can't turn that shit off. Oh, this is the ultimate. Okay, I'm sorry. PSA: Control Shift, I'm sorry, Shift Control Windows and the B key resets your graphic card. And yeah, no, this is wild. And yeah, no, this is a game changer for me. I don't know how to describe this one. Um, because sometimes you don't want to reset everything. You just want to reset the graphics card. Like when you're, if you got that like black screen and it's like, but yeah, mm, I'm not going to do a deep dive into gobs of greasy, grimy gopher guts right now. However, it has its own Wikipedia page. Excuse me. You know how I feel about things that have their own Wikipedia page. You also, I don't know, it's set to Old Gray Mare. I could have known that, but I didn't know that. But yeah, um, I kind of want to read the Wikipedia page, but you ruin any joke by. Okay, so first of all, context. Let's do this. Let's ruin everything. Oh, Mika Seeger Grease 2? That makes sense to you? That seems like the most. AI is making searches dumber, Google. AI is making searches so much dumber. As someone who is old and has been on the internet for a long time, I can't believe how. Why do taskbars just get narrower and narrower and narrower? Like, why are you making people. I don't know. Like, the internet's getting worse, and I. Go for guys. No, guts. This is it.
Great green globs of greasy, grimy gopher guts, mutilated monkey meat, dirty little birdie's feet. Great green globs of greasy, grimy gopher guts, and me without my spoon.
Boop. Um, that is off of the Smithsonian Folkways collection. So, and while Donald Trump continues to worry that, um, I don't know, there's too much like slavery was bad in the Smithsonian. Smithsonian has a lot of things in it, including that. Um, and again, that is Mika Seeger, um, Pete Seeger's daughter. Off of the Smithsonian Folkways recording, "A Fish That's a Song." Um, now let's, okay. Firmware, yeah, Okay. Oh, no, wait. No, wait. No. Oh, yeah. Recently added. Oh, I can also just go to the Wikipedia. Okay. All right. I have to play this version just.
Great big globs of crazy, grimy gopher guts, jubilated monkey's meat,
Is this AI?
concentrated birdie's feet, a great big jar of
Viber slap.
all-purpose porpoise pies, and me without a spoon. Great big globs of crazy, grimy gopher guts, jubilated monkey's meat, concentrated birdie's feet, a great big jar of all-purpose porpoise pies, and me without a spoon.
This is off of Gross Songs Kids Love to Sing. By Kim Mitchell.
A great big jar of all-purpose porpoise pies, and me without a spoon. Great big globs of crazy, grimy gopher guts, jubilated monkey's meat, concentrated birdie's feet, a great big jar of all-purpose porpoise
That's
pies,
not a
and me
Viber slap. That's a.
without a spoon.
I'm realizing how many things I've just been like Viber slapping everything, bitch slapping everything. Yeah, no, the scraper instrument, that other one that's literally just like a New Year's Eve like spinner, like none of these are Viber slaps, but I've been attributing all of it to that, and that's my bad. And again, excuse me, Karma. Greasy Grimy Gopher Guts has its own Wikipedia page. This is Saturday in the Park by Chicago. Off of Chicago. Is this just self-titled? Is this I feel like this is just self-titled. This is not like Chicago 14, like because I thought all their records were numbered like Led Zeppelin's. Oh, it's Chicago 5. It's Chicago 5. That was a thing in the 70s that just doesn't exist anymore, except the Spits maybe brought the. Oh shit! Do I have to play some Spits? I'll play. Don't threaten me with a good time. I'm also like me roasting my own graphics from 2 weeks ago. The missed opportunity to just add circles around the A and the E. I won't make that. Oh. in local news, and then we literally will get to. Oh. No one watches this show anyway. I was like, am I just going to end this and call this in news and views and then start the, because it's been over an hour and I haven't even started the calendar episode. Yeah, if you view the calendar episode at all as a live broadcast or rebroadcast, tell me what you think of this episode compared to others. Were you waiting for the calendar? Did you not understand that you could just fast forward? Do you care? Does anyone, hey you, out there. Ballot encampment cleared. This is important because people we're waiting. People on all sides waiting to see how Katie Wilson is going to respond, and as a democratic socialist with compassion to the homeless problem. But she said encampment clearings will continue, allowing, and I get it, like I get it. Like, she has to govern, and I would love her to just be awesome. But she has to govern all of us, including all the people I see on Nextdoor every fucking day who are like, what is our mayor going to do about this? This is part one. What am I listening to? Dialogue, part 1, part 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This is dialogue, part 1, part 2. By Chicago, off of Chicago 5. What are you, 5? Seattle Police Department's violent response to protesters at a Christian rally last year has been deemed unfair by a review, the Seattle Police Department says. To me, it's cosplay for Christians. They get up in riot gear knowing, well, maybe they, I don't know what they think is going to happen. The aggressive show of force is, like I said, cosplay. We're here to support you. And the message is clear on all sides. We know who you're there to support. And again, because as Seattle Times chooses to say Christian rally, I'm going to say hate rally, because as a reminder, more than 50% of Christian churches in America are affirm that gay people have a right to exist, have a right to participate in all aspects of life, including faith. A diminishing segment of Christians insist their brand of Christianity is all that matters, and they're at odds with lots of people, not just trans people that cops love to attack, but increasingly other Christians. And that's important to note on St. Valentine's Day. In other local/real estate news, is ICE leasing unmarked office space in Tukwila I don't know because it's behind a paywall. Club Z, one of Seattle's last bathhouses, and their 100-year-old building is up for sale. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, no, that is, yes. Meanwhile, separate from ICE is ICE leasing office space in Tukwila. Who knows? The Seattle City Council is considering a bill, or considering a law, well, a bill. Alexis Mercedes Rink has introduced a bill that would bar future ICE detention facilities within the city of Seattle limits. Federal Way Council president is out. I guess they resigned after supporting local students protesting ICE. Yeah, word to politicians, don't support children. Am I actually? No. I'm going to close. Oh, I am. I'm going to close out with something off of Kill the Cool. And this actually is. I'm going to end this broadcast and start a second one since no one's watching it anyway and it doesn't matter. This is Rip Up the Streets followed by possible. This is Rip Up the Streets. It says 45 inch. Is it? Is that right? Detroit episode just to get me to shut the fuck up. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being you. Boop, boop. For real, though.